this rookie running back I got, Slim.
Yeah.
I got him starting, but since it's a rookie though, they take him out every so often for Devin Cook, which I like that. You know, it's pretty cool. But he's already got, I think, 150 yards and 2 TDs.
Jesus.
Yeah, he is quick, dude. I like how big he is and quick. He reminds me of like a mix of Cook and Henry. Shoot.
Wicked, did you watch my nickel vice video?
What?
My video for Slim Center.
No, I didn't have a chance yet. I
Oh
seen
god.
pictures and stuff.
That was a lot harder than I thought it would be, but it was still fun. I pretty much had, like, I would walk like through one of my rooms and I'd re-record it with me in the, like, I had me in my clown outfit, like I was stalking. I was like, this is the life of Slim T. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Fucking.
I know, I seen it, and then also I heard it, I'm like, yeah, it kind of does that. But I was like, just kind of like, I was just going with the flow, and I'm like, alright, I just gotta keep this alive for my viewers, actually. Because I'm like, this would be boring if I just had the music, so I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? He's in the closet.
This feels weird playing Washington because I've been in Washington on every franchise.
Yeah, no shit. Now you gotta join my fucking division, you son of a bitch. Oh! Oh, that hurts. I almost sacked Mahomes. Ran outside the pocket, 30-yard gain. Of course, Jalen Johnson tackles him, the guy that doesn't want to resign with me because he wants like 70-some million. Motherfucker. Oh, this isn't looking good for me. They're down to the 5-yard line.
Ooh.
I was kind of amazed because their kick return, right off the bat, their guy like tumbled and got like, it was like almost a mosh pit type of thing. He was carried up on top of a bunch of guys, and and all of a sudden he rolled over and he's at like the 32-yard line and he got tackled. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, my rookie right now has got 247 rushings.
Don't rub it in, you son of a bitch.
Dude, I love him, dude.
Is that your first round pick guy?
No, that was my second. My first one was Malik Willis.
Oh.
Well, actually, it was both in the first round. But yeah, I had like 4 first-round picks.
Well, I held him to a field goal. They got him down at the 1-yard line and he had to kick a field goal. So they're telling me there's a chance. What's the score? So they're gonna be up by maybe more than a touchdown. Well, you had a good run, you know. Hey, you can't complain with fucking Tom Brady and Ezekiel Elliott. I lose that game 99% of the time. Oh, Justin Fields running for his life again. 13-yard gain. Not bad. He's my leading rusher, my team, I think. Jamison Crowder. Alright, I gotta go check my food. I made a late night snack.
What's the score? Shit, I don't know. Shit. But my game is into Slim for the first week on the D League. 56-0. And I didn't play defense. Did you adjust the offense to his liking? You just shift your offense like where's that at? Your scheme. Yeah, you need to upgrade your scheme because it'll go off him. Better suits him and the team, you know. Is he throwing a lot of bombs? That's where it needs to be at. That's how Malik does. He still does it. He can throw a bomb though when he wants to. Well, Slim, my rookie that I just picked up had 273 yards, 38 attempts, and 5 touchdowns. Oh, and Devin Cook has got 51 yards, 13 attempts, and 2 touchdowns. 7 touchdowns just with rushing. One touchdown came with passing. Well, I can take on a hot pot here, man. I gotta get something to eat and get to bed. Tell Slim I said, I gotta get something to eat. I ain't ate yet. Alright, man. See you, man. You too.
Alright, back to the game. Oh, okay. Oh, you're still here. Oh, oh, that's very nice. I can't watch this shit anymore. Oh, Jesus. You're down by like 3 TDs. Oh! Oh, you had a good run, you know? Yeah, I feel just got sacked. Not a big deal. Oh, interception. I just fell apart now. I'm like, oh. I seen what he was going for. It looked like a good deep pass, and also the guy just jumped right in front. Interception. I'm like, fuck. I'm getting pretty used to this because like every game I notice, whoever I face, they come out ahead like in the first half, and I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna decide to start playing when it's too late. Yeah, I noticed not many people do. I still do. I don't know, I find it entertaining as shit. But what I do is, like, a lot of times, because I'm so busy, I'll play it, and I'll go in the other room, and, like the other, like, night was, like, date night with Steph. And I started the game, and I put, like, a 30-minute timer, and we're kind of, like, watching TV, and I'm like, alright, I gotta go in the room and make sure that PS4 doesn't shut off to hit a few buttons, and then go back. And then when I go to bed, I turn it on to watch it. And I pass out. But you went downhill. Oh my god. Their defense is just shredding me apart. Almost a first down, but I decided to dive so I didn't want to get my head ripped off. Not bad. I noticed like every game I played, it's a bad thing to see, but Justin Fields every drive at least runs once. That's not bad stats. Interception. Holy shit. 50-yard line through the zip. Need 20 yards to get in field goal range. I'm there. Mahomes is falling apart. Oh, Manny Allen, 8-yard run. I may have a chance here. Fields has amazing stats. You want to hear him? 1 for 3, 9 yards, and 1 interception. Just fucking dominating. Woo, he threw a completion. And it's for a first down, not a big deal. That's a win-win. Oh my god. Almost threw another interception. Too bad you dropped it. Third and 2 at the 16-yard line. Don't do anything stupid. Okay, run it. Good. I'm decimating Kansas City Chiefs. Back-to-back plays, they had injuries. Holy shit. Montgomery negative 4 yards rushing out of 2 carries. That's not bad. You fall asleep. Oh. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I hit them up again because I feel bad that we're waiting on two people to play to go to the Super Bowl, and it's like just like wait. So I'm probably gonna save this week if they don't advance by this week, and I'm just gonna simulate force events. No. Oh, for the whole playoffs in? It's been like 2 weeks, I think. But three to three. Six for 8, 19 yards passing, and 1 interception. That's not good Mahomes stats. Alright, man. Yep. Go Bears. Alright, man. Everyone. Bye.
First and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. A 6-3 game.
Dan, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. He's got Allen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Patterson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Montgomery back to the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Montgomery. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner, because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one, because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Mahomes now to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run in the victory. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Green Bay to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Aaron Rodgers, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. DeAndre Swift, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in back.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 3rd down, it's Allen, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st down, it's Fields. On the move to his left. Room here to run. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll buy some time right. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. There goes Green. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a first down throw, Fields. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on first down. Allen, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Steps away to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 4th quarter, every drive
drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
From the 45 on second down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 47, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Fields throwing again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Montgomery. They'll run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he finds his man, complete. It's McKinney, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Fields on first down. They'll roll him out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Looking to throw. Fields rolling to his right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, it's Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The interception was they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And down he'll go at the 25. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their after the break. They pitched